Welcome to the stock workout where we flex on the market to make gains. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Vertex Energy, ticker symbol VTNR. Now, this had a huge run up in the past few days. It's had a bit of a sell off. Some people are worrying about it, and I'm going to put them worries to bed. It ain't nothing to worry about. You got to look at the overall picture for this. So, let's get into it. So, we had this huge run up here. Now, first, off the bat, this run up from the low to the high was a run up of 514%. Now 514%, and then we had a bit of a sell-off. We had a bit of a sell-off in the later hours of what was that, the 1st of June and also the 2nd of June. We had a bit of a sell-off. This is a 500% from the low to the high. Currently, from the low to where we are now, 355%. So still, you can't complain with a rise of 355%, even though there has been a sell-off. But this is probably more geared towards the people who invested, who are now in a minus, who are in a paper loss, I should say. Paper loss because you're not in a loss until you press that sell button. Because when you're in the minus and your balance is in the minus, the price is constantly fluctuating and changing. So eventually you could be in the green. That is if you're willing to hold and wait. So I classify that as a paper loss for those of you who are in a loss at the moment. Just don't sell, keep holding. But where are we at? So the price closed at $8.10. Pre-market, we are down slightly at $8.03. Obviously, the high was up here around $10.85, and now we are at $8. So from $10.85, we did lose about $2.80. Still not worried. So I've got the 5-minute chart up. I've got the 21-day EMA, the 50, 100, and 200-day moving average, alongside the volume, the RSI. Let's start off with the 21-day EMA. So the 21-day EMA, following the sell-off, it did drop below all three moving averages. However, this is nothing to worry about. This is the 5-minute chart. So this is a very, very zoomed in picture. So as you can see in the later hours of the 1st of June, there was a bit of a sell-off, and straight away, within the space of a couple of hours, the 21-day EMA crossed below that. However, if you look at the overall picture on this hourly chart, so if I just zoom into this, you can see that white line, the 21-day EMA, is way above this 50, 100, and 200-day moving average. On the hourly chart, currently, the stock is sat at that 21-day EMA. But because this has had a huge run up in just a couple of days, that's why I'm looking at a zoomed in picture. On the overall trend of this, I'm not worried at all, and I don't think anyone else should be either. Good thing to point out as well is that on the hourly chart, which gives it a bit of a bigger picture, RSI is at 53. Anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold, so we are sat pretty much at neutral. So nothing to worry about. But back onto that 5-minute chart, just to give a review of yesterday's price action and the past few days price action. I will omit this 21-day EMA and all three moving averages on this 5-minute chart because it doesn't give a realistic picture of the overall trend for this stock. Now, volume. Let's talk about volume. Volume was 32 million. The average volume in the last 10 days is 66. 66 because of these three huge days that we had. Volume is quite low. However, in this instance, that may be a good thing, and I'll give my reasons why. 32 million, and that's in a sell-off. 32 million is not is half the average volume in the last 10 days, and that is with the sell-off. So that means the bears might be exhausted. That means the sell-off may be coming towards an end, or it may have even ended by now. So that's one thing. Secondly, the RSI on this 5-minute chart is sat at 56, so we are just above neutral, and we did have this sort of zigzag pattern yesterday. And if I zoom into this, immediately the first immediate thing I can see here is a double bottom right here. So we came down, we bounced off this line here, we increased in price, came down again and bounced off it once again. So after seeing a double bottom, my first instincts will be that we're going to increase in share price. The share price is going to bounce off this double bottom, and then what you see is this share price increase in this direction. What I'll do is I'll draw it on the chart just so everybody can understand. So here it is, following yesterday's price action and the day before's really, we saw the price come down, bounce off this level here, increase in price again, and bounce once again. And now this is the trajectory that's expected from this. Obviously, it could break down further if there's huge sell-offs, but after seeing a double bottom, this is what usually happens, and that would be my analysis for this. Now, one other thing that I do want to do is draw a fib retracement. Now I'm going to draw this fib retracement on top of this double bottom diagram that I've just drawn here, just to see if it aligns with the fib retracement. So from the bottom of the run-up, I've drawn it. So I've drawn it from here, the bottom of the run-up, all the way to the top. Right, and as you can see, so from the bottom here all the way to the top here, as you can see, when this price came down, so it broke through this 23% fib retracement. It broke through below that 23% fib retracement, this red line here, and now it is sat at this 38% fib retracement, and it bounced off this twice. So that further gives me confidence that this is a confirmed double bottom, because when it came down, now with the fib retracement, the golden level of retracement is this 61% Fibonacci retracement. So that is one of the strongest lines of retracement. However, it has bounced off this 38% fib retracement twice. So it came down, bounced off it once, increased in price, came down again, bounced off this 38% fib retracement a second time. It was just above that, and it increased in price. This 38% fib retracement is sat at $7.39. So that would be my first level of support. My first level of support would be this $7.39. So what I'll do is I'll just mark that on the graph. If I can catch $7.39. Okay, I'm gonna put it at $7.38 here. That would be my first level of support, and first level of resistance is what we want to break through next. Immediately is this point here. On the fib retracement, it's showing $8.72. So we are in between both of them ranges, and we've had a double bottom, bounced off that 38% fib retracement. So hopefully from here on out, we would have an increase in price. But if we don't, we could see a further sell-off, and we could see the share price come down to $6.32. Now, a lot of people will be worried, oh no, it's $6.32, but you've got to remember, in the last 1, 2, 3 trading sessions, we are up so many hundreds of percent. So even if the price came down to $6.32, only 4 trading days ago, it was $1.78. So you've got to look at the bigger picture. But for those of you who did invest in it while it was up here or in the run up, and now you are in a minus, just continue to hold. Don't press that sell button yet, because obviously with this acquisition they've done, they've bought this refinery. You know, huge things are going to come. It's got 2 analysts that have given it absolutely mammoth share prices, 17 and 25, and it was only $1.78. Remember, this doesn't always go up in a straight line. It will follow this pattern. So even previously, you can see here, we had an increase in price and then a sell-off, and then an increase in price and then a sell-off, increase in price, sell-off, and the same thing's happening here. However, I've just taken a picture of the last 4 days, all 4 trading sessions, and given you the overall picture now. So it would be an increase in price here, and then a sell-off, and then it will hopefully bounce back and go further. So yeah, first level of support $7.38, next level of support $6.32, first level of resistance up here at $8.73. That's the next line that we want to break through. I'm not too worried about this at all. Yes, we did have a sell-off. It is healthy to have a sell-off. That's one thing everybody needs to understand. It can't have 100% gains every day, because it's not sustainable. It will run out of steam. Having a sell-off just makes that chart pattern and chart action much more healthy, and this is quite normal for this to happen, to have an increase in price of a huge increase in price and then a sell-off. Usually, I mean, it's not normal to see an increase in 500% in the last 4 trading days, but it is healthy to see a bit of a sell-off. As long as you know your support levels and your resistance levels, and you know what to expect, then it's all okay. For those of you that are in the minus, just continue to hold. Just continue to hold. If I give my my personal trading view on this, from what I did, so I bought in at around this $6 range, $6.50 range, and immediately I went into the minus. I continued to hold, and by later on in the day, I was already in the profit, but I still continued to hold. And even when the share price up here, it went all the way to $10.84. I was watching it when it was around $10, but I decided I still don't want to sell. I just decided this would be a long-term investment for me. I don't want to swing trade this, or me, I just wanted to hold it long term. I could have taken profits up here at $10. I decided not to. The price came down all the way down to here, $7.50, and I was thinking, right, well, there goes my profits. But then when I took a look at the charts, I thought, no, actually, this is pretty healthy chart action, so I'm not too worried. Even if it did retrace further, I will just continue to hold because remember, their refinery is expected to generate these profits in 2023. They're yet to complete the purchase at the end of this year, so long term, this is going to increase in share price. As that time comes closer and everything materializes with the company and their purchase and what they're going to do with the refinery, this is going to slowly go up and up. The $17 price target and the $25 price target is not just for the immediate picture. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It would be absolutely absurd for an analyst to say $25 price target and it's going to happen tomorrow or it's going to happen next week. This is a price target, it's a long-term price target. So it could reach there within a matter of a month. It could reach there in a matter of 6 months, even 1 year. But this is the target that it is expected to reach. So yeah, so me personally, I'm holding long term. I had the opportunity to sell, I didn't, and I'm happy I didn't because I didn't want to sell up here and then buy again and then sell again. I just wanted to hold this long term. I know some people want to swing trade this, and this sell-off that you're seeing here, these are probably all the swing traders or weak hands exiting the stock. You got to remember this is a small cap company. Only 419 million is their market cap, so the price may be quite volatile with news, and with as you can see with the news 500% in the matter of 3 trading days. That's not normal. You're not going to see big market cap companies like Apple or Amazon increase by 500% in 3 days, are you? No matter who they acquire or what they acquire, they're not going to go up by 500% because they're too big. Whereas with small market caps, yes, you will see that huge increase and then you will see a pullback. This pullback is healthy. Sat at the 38% fib retracement. I've given you the support and resistance levels. I've seen a double bottom here, so hopefully from here on out we will see an increase in price. Closed at $8.10 pre-market. Currently at the time of recording we are $8.03. Hopefully today will be a good trading day, although across the board in the pre-market there have been quite a few sell-offs in many other companies too, but continue to hold. Remember, it's a paper loss until you press that sell button. That's it for this video. If you appreciate that, drop it a like, hit that subscribe button and support me on the way to 1K subscribers, and I'll see you on the next one.